Hello there and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rana Bakri and I am a high school teacher and AP Computer Science A educator, Google Certified Educator Level 1 and Level 2, and today I will go deeply in Unit 3 for Google Certified Trainer course. Unit 3 is talking about implement best coaching practices. So for this unit, we will learn how we can build rapport and trust, model the integration of technology, provide effective feedback. So let's start. Build rapport and trust. The goal idea of this part is talking about ways to design adult training that is relevant and connected to your adult learners' lives. Doing so will help you build rapport and trust and enhance your interpersonal training skills. Okay, so what is the way that it will help us to design this rapport between you and your educators? First of all, there's two things you need to take care about them, which is understanding adult learners and personalizing the training process with Google tools. Okay, so how we can understanding adult learners? So let's revise something we talk about it in Unit 2. To can understand your learners or your educators, you need to go deeply to understand them. So there is a lot to consider when designing a professional development for adult learners. Each participant comes to a session with a variety of skills and experiences that trainers need to be aware of in order to personalize the learning. And this ways it comes with number one, previous professional development. It's very important to understand or ask yourself what type of professional development they get to. You need to understand your audience skills and which level they are in Google tools. So this is very important tips to start your questions when you come to start to planning your professional development. Okay, this is number one. Number two is experience and skill sets of the training participants in very easy way. And this is what I always make it, which is I will start to send a survey to my educators. This type of survey, we can call it a pre-survey, so I can ask them some questions about the session that I will give it to them, what the skills where they know, how they can rate themselves, and from this spot I can start to build the differentiation level between the audience in order to prepare activities or prepare some knowledge they can take it with them back after the session. Then number three, which Google Workspace for Education Fundamentals features is available. In order to know that, you can ask admin console to send you a report, what types of tools that they are working with. Also, you can ask leaders, you can ask other teachers what type of Google tool they are used, and from here you can understand your audience and you can understand your educators and build some experience before you start your session. Okay, so from here we understand that trainers need to quickly bond with their audience, and Google tools can help you do that. There is 4 Google tools that are useful in connecting with adults. So the first tool is Google Slides. Share the slide decks, model real-time collaboration, and capture both the individual collective voice of the group. Share a slide deck with teachers and assign a slide to each participant. Ask them to include their names, area of interest, strengths, and needs. By browsing the slides, the participants will learn a lot about their peers and build long-lasting connection with each other. The second tool is YouTube. Building context of your training sparks the interest of your participants. empower the teachers to be learners along with their students by sharing videos from classrooms and students around the world. This provides a huge global impact in a classroom. The third tool is Google Classroom. Teachers can participate as both instructors and students. This unique interaction allows teachers to become familiar with its functions and understand how it can be valuable to their students. Posting announcements, providing links to training materials, including assessments, engaging in two-way communication, and providing feedback will model the effective uses of Google Classroom for teachers and also will inspire them to do the same in their own classrooms. And the last one is Google for Education Help Center. Connect your learners to information and resources in meaningful ways through the Google for Education Help Centers. By inviting teachers to join the online community and modeling online engagement, you will empower each teacher to understand his or her digital voice. Educators can use this platform to post and answer questions or participate in discussion around goals. Now let's start with some scenarios. The first one, before a training session, you hear the teachers discussing ways to talk to their students about a world news event and how to get the facts right. You are planning to wake them through Google search tools and think, how can I help teachers understand advanced Google search tools when they research information about current event? Now, for me, I like to give them tools to use when they are searching for information in front of their students. For example, adding the phrase to the end of a search query, they are likely to come up with more appropriate content. Also, filtering the search by time limits, the date, even using advanced search. All these tools help them to save time and at the same time give them more appropriate content. So this is what I will always do. Now let's check the second scenario. Being a connected educator helps you stay in touch with trends, best practices, and developing pedagogy. How can Google tools help you become and stay connected? Of course, the best platform is GIG, which is Google Educators Group. So for each area, you can search for your GIG group according to your area. Check what they have news, what they have update. You can even ask if you have any problem. If you are struggling with anything, you can ask them. They will inspire you. They will help you to solve whatever you have problems in Google tools. So this is the first solution that I recommend. Okay, let's start with the first question. Which of the following are qualities of an adult learners? Adult learners are looking for information that can be easily and quickly integrated. Correct. Adults prefer to focus on problem-based learning. This is true. Adults are mostly motivated by rewards. This is wrong. Adults appreciate when training calls upon prior experiences and expertise. This is correct. The second question. Which Google tool is the best fit for building relevant global connections for training and classroom instruction? Sure, YouTube. The third question. Using Google tools to collaborate and communicate regularly can increase motivation and can nudge participants to take positive steps forward. True. The last one. In what way can Google Hangouts assist in the goal-setting process within your organization? Support accountability by having scheduled check-ins. This is correct. Facilitate a closed discussion about goals. This is correct. Help teachers connect to and learn about each other. This is correct. Act as a personal journal for goal setting. This is wrong. Okay, now let's start with the second part, which is about model the integration of technology. Model the integration of technology. The goal idea of this part: support and assist teachers in using technology effectively. Okay, so how we can design effective models? First of all, you need to build a relationship with the teachers. This relationship, you can build it with the teacher through a meeting face-to-face or as an online meeting on Google Meet. This type of meeting allows you to talk about the lesson objectives with the teacher, the goals, what are going to work on, the whole process from start to end. So this all this information will help you to build this relationship. To design effective models, take the time to point out. Take the time while the lesson is following to point out what you are seeing and how you can revising the lesson as you move through it. Schedule a time after a demo lesson to unpack it and touch base with the classroom teacher by discussing what worked and didn't work, as well as thinking about the different perspectives during the lesson. Then determine the next step. After you sit with the teacher after the lesson, now you need to discuss what is the next step. So to measure students' success and set new goals that are based on the data you have seen and that you will see in the next time. So let's explore the following strategies that you can focus on to enhance your skills as a trainer. The first strategy is gathering formative data. There are many digital tools that can help you pose questions and check for understanding. Some of these tools, you can, for example, create an interactive games with Kahoot, Peerdeck, Nearpod. Another example also, you can use some platform that help you to make up polls and gather informations from the students, like Plickers, or even you can use Google Forms. Then after that, the next strategy is analyzing data to build next steps in the classroom. Tools to help you analyze the data you have collected. Each of the tools that I mentioned above have substantial data analysis features built in so that you can determine your next steps. So to build your demonstration lesson plan, you need to meet with the teacher before the lesson to understand the objectives and goals. Next, discuss the students' reaction and lessons adjustment in real time. After that, debrief the lesson afterwards. Then set up logical and realistic next steps for future demonstration lessons. 1. Demonstration lessons are best designed with clear communication before, during, and after the lesson with the teacher. Of course, true. Next, what are some best practices when demonstrating a lesson? Meet with the teachers prior to the lesson to understand the objectives. This is correct. Discuss the student reactions and lesson adjustments in real time. Correct. Debrief the lesson afterwards. Correct. Set up logical and realistic next steps for future demonstration lessons. This is correct too. 3. Gathering formative helps the instructor redirect lessons and better meet the needs of the students. So gathering formative data, feelings, reactions, homework, sure data. And the last question, referencing data helps you redirect your training in real time, which models flexibility, true or false? true. And the last part for this unit, provide effective feedback. Provide effective feedback. The goal idea for this part is how can you be mindful of the guidelines of identifying observed or measured facts rather than opinions as you provide feedback to your learners. By the way, there is a challenge for trainers to quickly and effectively provide feedback to the educators during sessions. Some adult learners are more open to the feedback process, while others may feel like they are being judged or evaluated. It is helpful to think about feedback as information about how we are doing in our efforts to reach a goal. So, effective feedback should be goal referenced, actionable, timely, ongoing. You can use feedback to target success and growth points for your teachers, which helps them grow as professional and lifelong learners. To design effective model, you need to communicate your feedback effectively, designing a high-quality communication plan. So let's start with how we can communicate your feedback effectively. Track and manage agenda items with all your team members. Think. Building a collaborative agenda inside a Google Doc before the session helps capture the participants' voices. It ensures more buy-in during the session and also invites the teacher to be active in the conversation when you are together in person. When you design the goals and objectives of a training together, you increase the audience involvement and have a better chance of delivering feedback that truly matters to the attendees. To design a high-quality communication plan, when setting up a training session, it is important to design a timely communication plan that loops you and your teachers into a conversation. Responding quickly and directly with the stakeholders helps you stay in touch with the school goals. Developing an action plan, clarify goals, assess effectiveness, and determine next steps within the organization is an essential step in this communication process. Now, let me show you a study case with this example. You are planning a 2-hour training session on Google Workspace for Education Fundamentals with 10 elementary school teachers and their school leader. You want to personalize the training to their skills and help them meet overall school goals. How will you set up the communication plan before, during, and after the training to ensure that you are meeting the needs of those involved and aligning training to the school goals? So before you start your session, start by contacting the school leader to gather information about the teachers and school community. Then record the information you receive directly from the school leaders and indirectly from classroom observation and walkthroughs. Make the time to analyze the data and build the agenda appropriately. Now, during the session, once you are in the session, create opportunities for real-time conversation and other collaborative activities that invite teachers to discuss and trainer to observe. Take notes and record conversations using your smartphone or tablet and upload it to your YouTube channel. After the session, determine next steps and share them out on Google Keep. List as well as schedule them into your Google Calendar. Personalizing the calendar notification will help you to stay in touch with the next step and also communicate ongoing support for all stakeholders. Finally, copy and paste the link to the YouTube video for the teachers and leaders to review the conversation as needed. Let's start with the first question here. Providing feedback allows trainers to personalize sessions, communicate, and plan more effectively for next steps. True. Next, what are the advantages of developing action plans for training and communication? Clarify goals, this is correct. Assess effectiveness, correct. Recording date, wrong. Determine next steps with the community, correct. Now, next, YouTube is an effective place to showcase classroom demos and real-time examples from classroom visits. Of course, it's false. It's not a YouTube. Before, during, and after a training session sets up a strong feedback loop. So what is the missing here in the phrase? Of course, you can choose communication, collaboration, planning, and even responsiveness. Anyway, right now I want to say thank you for your time. Don't forget to like and share this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Check the description for links, and I'll see you very soon. Have a great day. Bye.